Go.
Let's do this thing.
Hello, welcome to the Opposite Field Outlook. I'm Jack. On the other side of the camera is Andrew. Today is the trade deadline episode, and I am pissed. Jesus Christ.
That's one way to say it.
So it sounds really bad on my end and on Andrew's end,
I'm
but it
kind of
comes through
lagging hard a
fine
little bit.
since
We're
the
chilling though.
host is running the music. We're chilling. Yeah, today is the trade deadline episode. This is a big day for the MLB. The trade deadline has actually passed. I just realized my computer's gonna die pretty soon, so I might have Andrew run you through the first trade. I checked all my bases, but I missed exactly one, and it was this one. That's cool. That's tough. Anyway, trade deadline, big news. Juan Soto goes to the Padres. I think the big news is that Soto goes to the Padres.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Joey Gallo to the Dodgers. You'd be surprised.
That's a pretty surprising one as well, but it's not like a big deal, right? Like not a lot of people care that he went to the Dodgers, but everyone was interested in Soto. Do we start at the beginning of today? What was the first trade? No, let's just recap all the trades that have been going on lately.
I have everything from like before today. And yeah, they were kind of minor and whatever.
We'll just do like we'll do major trades starting with like Vogelbach or whatever.
We already covered those last episode. I don't know if you really want to cover them, but
did we do Benintendi? Wait,
we haven't done Benintendi. We did Vogelbach, I think last episode, and then the other ones that we did.
Yeah, last episode was on Monday, right? So we did do
Vogelbach was already
but
traded.
Not Benintendi. So everything Benintendi and after. Benintendi to the Yankees.
That's right.
In exchange for a few prospects. Do you think anyone won that trade? Like some trades, there's a clear winner where someone gets something. Do you think anyone was a definite winner there?
I would for sure say the Yankees because they definitely needed a hitter, and Benintendi is a hitter for sure. And he plays left field. Same position that Joey Gallo plays. So, coincidence? I think not.
Definitely not a coincidence. It's not even close.
And he's a good defender. So they got him for a guy who has a 4.35 ERA in low A ball, so not very good. Sycamore, he's number 19 in the Yankees system, and then Beckway, mid-teens. So they gave up like two mid-teens prospects for an all-star, which is a fair trade in my opinion.
I would say if anyone won that trade, I would say the Royals won that trade. They're getting their prospect. That's what they're looking for here. And Benintendi's a rental, so he's going over to the Yankees till the end of the year, and then that's it. That's going to be
that's his contract.
His contract is this year. I mean, the Yankees might offer.
They might lose him.
They might extend him, but they're going to have to pay him if they want to extend him. Pay him more because he's been solid. So the fact that he's a rental, I think the Royals come away victorious there. But I also don't really think there's like a winner of that trade.
Pretty even, right?
I think the Yankees need Gallo and the Royals need prospects, so they went for that one.
It's a good bat for New York. They're all in, so helps them now. The Royals are gonna be building for the future, so you get what you get, you know.
Yeah. But we don't need to cover the Mets. Tyler Naquin, however you say his name. Do we need?
I covered that one. I spent way too much time on that.
I didn't spend any time on this one. I'm kind of just going in no prep, saying my thoughts alone. I'm going brain only on this one.
Mm-hmm. So Tyler Naquin, he's kind of mid, 246 this year, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs, and they get Philip Deal, salary dump in my opinion. The Reds get Hector Rodriguez, 356 average, 18 years old in high A ball, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs, and Jose Acuna, I think that's Acuna's brother. Might not.
No way.
Yeah. I don't know, but he's 2.67 ERA in the Mets farm system. I think it's Double A, I'm pretty sure. 3-0. So 2 solid minor league players. I think this is good for Cincy. Cincy needs to sell every asset, and they're doing that. So
I think this is really good for the Mets as well because the Mets have been acquiring. They've been selling their minor leaguers.
Small guys.
They've been selling their minor leaguers for major leaguers. So selling these guys gives them space in their 40-man to make future deals, which they have made future deals.
Yep.
So that's a good trade for both. I think it really helps the Mets, especially just for this year.
Mm-hmm.
On July 29th, Luis Castillo went to the Mariners. Not a soul anticipated this trade. Saw the Jeff Passan notification. I was stunned. I was convinced
that was actually a crazy deal.
That was
I was
a
at
good
work
deal.
when I got that.
That was exciting. I not gonna lie, I totally expected him. I thought he was either gonna be a Yankee or he was gonna be a Dodger. I thought it was one of the two.
Yeah.
And the Mariners made the big move. Do you have info on any of the guys that were sent over in the deal? I know they're all like solid. None of them are terrible.
So these guys, the Reds get Noelvi Marte. He's a shortstop, #1 ranked in the Red system now, 17th in the MLB overall. So that was the main guy. They get Edwin Arroyo, another shortstop. They got 2 shortstops in the deal. Probably gonna move him around. #6 in the Red system, #92 in the MLB. Levi Stout, #15 in the Reds. Andrew Moore, he's a trash minor leaguer. So the Mariners, they gave up 3 of their top 5 in the system for, I think, 2 years of control of Luis Castillo. So that's a good get for sure.
I think that's huge for the M's there. I mean, their goal this year has got to be just to get to the playoffs.
They get to the playoffs, yeah.
And
see what happens then.
With the Luis Castillo deal, I think they do that. I think they will make it.
What's the record now?
They hold a wild card spot right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I have it up right here. They're in the 3rd wild card spot right now, and they're 55-49.
Oh, that's huge.
And they're 1 game ahead of the Guardians for that wild card spot.
They're chilling. Yeah.
And the Guardians didn't do anything. Were there any deals with the Guardians in them whatsoever?
I don't think so. I think they just stayed put. I think they should have gotten like maybe another bat DH because Franmil Reyes sucks right now. I think pitching is fine. They just should have gotten a couple pieces because I don't know. That I'm not confident in that team, and Cleveland is cheap, so they did what would kind of expect them to do, you know.
What's the goal here for them? Like, they're gonna miss the playoffs, I think, because the Twins made a deal. I forget which deal they were in on, but the Twins made some moves.
Jorge Lopez, Tyler Mahle. They got 2 pitchers.
Yeah,
that's the one need they needed. Yeah, no, that's the Twins division.
The Twins are gonna run away with the division now.
Exactly.
Like it's the Twins are only 1 game up right now, but by the end of the season, it's not even gonna be close.
Definitely. I don't know. I think maybe because they locked up what's his face Ramirez for like 9 years or something. So as long as they have him,
they're gonna go full Angels here.
Probably, yeah. Because like realistically, who wants to go to Cleveland, right? Like, no one.
A lot of people like Cleveland.
I don't know. I think living away, they like Cleveland, but like not living in the city because I went there. There's nothing to do.
I mean, yeah, but J-Ram really likes it there. Like, he signed for less money to stay in Cleveland. Like, that's his domain.
Yeah.
Interesting choice by him. So now that they're gonna sell tickets for the next 9 years, I guess they can just like get rid of all their payroll except for J-Ram. That's cool. That's what the Angels are doing right now. So that's cool. I think that's a good move for both teams. The Reds are going full rebuild here. I support that. They're
that's what they should be doing for sure.
They've been making a little bit of a push, and it hasn't really ended up anywhere. So
just fold it in the towel. Wait for another 8 years.
Sell Luis Castillo to the Mariners, who are going to make the playoffs this year. It's not like they're
Nothing
getting
more,
any
nothing less.
competition from their division. Like, anytime the Mariners play any divisional opponents, except the Astros, they'll just win.
They win.
They'll sweep the Angels, and then they'll sweep the Angels again. I think they play the Angels 2 more times, and then they'll just wreck the A's and the Rangers. Like, it's not even.
Yeah.
They're not even competitive. So,
I think
I
they
hate
were
the M's, but that's fine.
11 for 14, and all 3 losses came to the Astros. So
yeah, they're
definitely a wild
bad
card
against the
team.
Astros.
Mm-hmm.
If they play the Astros in the early rounds of the playoffs, they're screwed. But they won't, because the Astros are goated, unfortunately. Yeah. Is that enough of that one? Any other thoughts? Thoughts and opinions? Okay. July 30th, a couple deals went down. Dodgers acquired right-handed pitcher Chris Martin. Who is that guy?
So this guy, 36 years old, pretty good, a 4.45 ERA. So nothing to scoff at there. I don't know. People are saying he's a solid veteran pitcher. So I'm all for big names to beef up our bullpen, because we all know we need the bullpen help. But we give up.
Looks like it.
Yeah, definitely. We give up Zach McKinstry. This guy never got the right chance to succeed in the majors at all. He had in 2021, he hit 215, 263 on base percentage, 405 slugging with 7 home runs and 29 RBIs. I think he had like 100 at bats, and then he was sent down to the minors. So this guy never got the chance to succeed.
It's got to be tough to be a guy in the minors in the Dodgers system. Like, you just have no idea when you're coming up. Chris Martin is also the lead singer for Coldplay, I believe. So that's
really
pretty neat. Yeah.
I thought that was a joke.
No, they have the same name. They're not the same person.
Oh,
they have the
okay.
exact same name.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Your pitcher is not the lead singer of Coldplay.
Like,
that's
dude,
not
side
possible
hustle for sure. That's crazy.
I'd be impressed if that was his side hustle.
Yeah, like in the clubhouse, he's like singing.
He's
just
practicing lyrics. Also on that day, Edmundo Sosa goes to. Wait, am I reading this backwards? No, he goes to the Phillies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Jojo Romero goes to the Cardinals. I think Philly wins this trade.
Definitely, for sure.
I don't have a lot of thoughts and opinions on that one, but
Jojo Romero has a 13.5 ERA. So take that with what you want to make out of it.
ERA is kind of a bad stat.
Yeah, but he's like 25 years old, so I don't think he's like, it's whatever. They get infield depth. I think that's what the Phillies really needed.
Phillies are making some moves. I do want to look at Jojo Romero's like deeper stats besides just ERA. I want to see if he's like if he's getting ground balls and the defense is just like choking, which is possible because of where he used to play. Let's see what we got. His fast, he's just kind of mid in all facets of the game. His expected ERA is up there. So this year, his expected ERA is even higher than his actual ERA. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's tough for him. Okay. Yeah. I think the Phillies win. David Peralta goes to the Rays. That was a fun little trade. Brett Phillips DFA'd on that one. I still haven't watched his video. Like he posted a video on his Twitter of him wearing the aviators, like walking down the streets of Florida. I don't know what he says because I never watched it, but like I saw the thumbnail of it. Did you watch that video?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I don't pay attention to Brett Phillips at all. So
wouldn't it be epic if the Angels signed Brett Phillips?
That'd be kind of funny.
His career average, I think, is like 120. So that would fit perfectly with the Angels. Our July batting average was 199. So
199,
lowest ever.
Lowest ever
in Angels history. I'm not sure.
In Angels history.
I'm not sure about the other franchises.
That's crazy. He would have been like a solid 4-hitter in July for sure. That Angels lineup.
It's unbelievable. It hurts me. So I think the Rays win.
It's crazy that he got cut like literally the day after he had like a tank top night.
He had his own tank top night, and then 2 days later he gets DFA'd. That's gotta hurt a little bit, you know? Like you're in the clubhouse and everything's going well, and the fans love you, and everyone's coming in for your tank top night, and then suddenly you're just gone. Like you don't have a team anymore.
Very next day you're cut. Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna clear waivers? Like,
I think he's on.
Someone claims him.
I think Boston claimed him. I'm pretty sure.
That's whack. What's Boston gonna do with Brett Phillips?
Dude, get more butts into the seats, dude.
Orioles acquire Brett Phillips for cash consideration.
Oh, Orioles. It was Orioles. Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, all right.
The trade deadline is so whack.
Huh?
Cash considerations is the stupidest thing. If you trade for cash considerations, you're a dummy.
You're winning the World Series if you trade for cash considerations. That guy has been on every single team. Let me tell you about this, okay? Like, if you don't trade for cash considerations, what are you doing? Because that's a player that's a high impact player right there.
Angels should trade away their entire minor league system for cash considerations, and then maybe Artie will get his money and leave. Maybe he'll be satisfied finally. Okay. Dixon Machado goes to the Giants, and Reno Espinal, can't speak, goes to the Cubs. Any research on that one, or are we moving on?
We're moving on.
This one. Very cool. That's the only major trade that happened on July 31st.
Peralta, yeah.
That brings us to yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Yesterday was a big day as well. Robbie Grossman to Atlanta. Chris Anglin to Detroit. That's a big move for the Braves. The Braves are looking to make another run this year.
I like Robbie Grossman.
Team. Yeah.
That's a good guy for them, for sure.
And so I've heard of Grossman before, and I've never heard of Chris Anglin before, which probably tells you a little bit about how the trade is.
Yeah. I think he signed like a 2-year deal, I think a year or so ago, but he's hit 205, and I think he's a power hitter. 2 home runs this year. So I think the Tigers are like, whatever. So it's a good bench bat for Atlanta.
Definitely. For sure. Atlanta has the depth where they can afford to have a guy that sits on their bench just to pinch hit sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
In case they need it. Another trade, I think this might be in alphabetical order. No, it's definitely not. Atlanta picks up Jake Odorizzi for Will Smith. And I'm not going to lie, I think Atlanta wins that trade, and it's not even close.
Dude, I think Will Smith fell off. I'm not going to lie.
No, Will Smith didn't fall off. He did the opposite. He's bad, and then the Braves made their World Series run last year, and he didn't allow a single run in 11 innings. No, he didn't. Like, look up the stats. Like, his playoff run he didn't allow a single run in the whole playoff run.
Because I thought this guy was like pretty good.
Braves Twitter has been like I clicked on the trending for Will Smith when that came up, and
he's been pretty solid. Like 2015 to 2019.
Did the Raisel Iglesias trade already go through? Like
it went through, yeah.
So he's going to the Braves.
Oh, I thought it was the Phillies.
No. I just got an update that says Angels acquire right-handed pitcher Jesse Chavez and left-handed pitcher Tucker Davidson from Braves for Raisel. Okay, that one's in. That's live updates. Very cool. Will Smith, I don't know his career stats.
Yeah, he's pretty mid. I would agree with you on that one. I think the Braves for sure win that, because let's look at their rotation right now.
As far as I was aware, their rotation has been a little, like they've had a couple guys that are leading, but other than that, they've been a little down.
I think it's been a down year for the entire rotation. So if Odorizzi doesn't start, he could be a bullpen piece for sure.
Wait, okay, this is weird. My camera's completely frozen. I just wanted to make sure I could still be heard.
Yeah, you're frozen.
That's cool. That's neat. Anyway, as long as you can still hear me, we're chilling. Yeah. Will
You're
Smith
back. Yeah.
is fine. I don't think that's a stupid move to get rid of Will Smith.
Because they already had Jansen, and I think
Yeah.
Will Smith was their closer. So
He was.
why would you
He
have
kind
him,
of
right?
lost his job this year.
Yeah. Jansen has, I think, third most saves in the MLB right now, somewhere close to that. So
How
just
has
makes
Odorizzi
sense.
been this year? You know? I mean, he's on
Um,
the Astros rotation, so he's elite for sure. But
3.75 ERA, so pretty mid. But
that's fine. That's a solid,
yeah,
reliable arm, I think.
I'm a Dodgers fan, so I know what's a mid reliever or
Shut
pitcher.
up, God, bro. I'm happy when our pitchers are under 4. In other news, left-handed pitcher Jose Quintana and right-handed pitcher Chris Stratton go to St. Louis, and Pittsburgh in turn acquires Oviedo and Nunez.
That's a good
Quintana's
get for the
good.
Cardinals.
That's huge for
Yeah.
the Cardinals. I think the
He's
Cardinals need that one.
Yeah. I like this for them because they definitely needed pitching depth, and they got that. I think they definitely wanted a bigger name, but Quintana's a solid guy for sure.
Yeah. The market on starting pitchers has been all the executives has been saying that the market for the pitchers has been unreasonably expensive. So maybe the
Yeah.
Cardinals just didn't really care. Quintana looks like a really solid arm, especially for he has a lot of innings,
Yeah. He can go.
which
A
is
long
huge for the
reliever
Cardinals
guy in the
because
playoffs.
they don't have a lot of great starters right now. So that's good for them.
Just makes sense, yeah.
Reese McGuire to the Red Sox in exchange for left-handed pitcher Jake Diekman. Thoughts? I don't really have any on this one.
Let's see this.
I've heard that name before, but
I know it sounds familiar. Jake Diekman, 4.35 ERA, 35 years old. That's all I got. So
it's kind of a mid trade.
yeah,
Like the Red Sox just did that because they needed a catcher to replace
probably like
Vasquez.
salary. Yeah, I think they got Tommy Pham too.
The Red Sox did?
The Red Sox, yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yes.
It was like Diekman and McGuire for Tommy Pham, something like that. But Tommy Pham's been mid this year, 238 with 11 home runs. So it's a good bench piece, I guess.
The Tommy Pham trade is for a player to be named later.
Okay.
Well, it just says TBD on my little sheet here. So, Kansas City acquires Luke Weaver, right-handed pitcher, and the Diamondbacks acquire third base Emmanuel Rivera, who's a guy that I'm familiar with, but that might be because of my above-average following of the Royals. Any thoughts? Do you have anything written down on this one? Because if not, we can just skip it. It's kind of a mediocre trade.
Yeah.
In 2022, he has 211 plate appearances, 24 runs, 47 hits, 22 RBIs. He's batting .237. So he's an solid. Okay bat. He's just an okay bat. That's cool. Boston gets Tommy Pham. Cincinnati is written down as TBD on this one. Houston gets Christian Vasquez during BP.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that report obsession?
Yep.
God, that was brutal.
That's so awkward.
He was just lost. My guy's eyes went twice as wide, and then he just stared off, and he's like, until someone came and got him from inside the dugout and took him away.
See you, dude.
That's tough for him, for sure.
That's kind of brutal. Brutal way to go out.
Trade deadline's brutal, man. Like in other sports, at least you get
some time.
You get in the NFL, you don't even have games every day. You just go out there and
just go.
It's like on Sunday, so you have a week to pack your stuff and move out. And this guy's on the Astros the same game. He literally walks over to their dugout. It's unreal. Trey Mancini in a triple team trade.
Oh my gosh.
Houston
had a good deadline.
Houston had a really good deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even matter what they're giving up for it, because they can stay good if they trade. Like, they can develop prospects
That's what
in
they
the
do.
time that it takes them to, like, once their players are old, they'll sell their prospects for good players, and then
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what it's looking
rinse
like
and
anyway.
repeat.
Trey Mancini acquired by Houston, as well as Jaden Murray in this trade. Right-handed pitcher Seth Johnson and Chase Dermott go to Baltimore, and then outfield Jose Siri goes to Tampa Bay. So Jose Siri's been a good bat for them, for the Astros. He goes to Tampa Bay.
That's a good get for Tampa.
It definitely is.
I like that for them.
Even better get, though, for Trey Mancini to the Astros. That's huge for them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That guy's nutty. And Baltimore kind of got the change on that one, but it's fine.
They got two top 30 players in their system now, and they're both right-handed pitchers, 23-year-olds also. So good projects to have.
My question for them is, when will they be ready? Like, this year, they could have made a run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they were in the wild card spot for a second.
They were, and then I think they're 500 right now. We're close to it.
They're a half game over, and they're 2.5 out of the wild card. So
they could have made a move.
They could have been buyers at this deadline and made a run.
They traded away their closer, and they traded away Trey Mancini.
So they're going to need a couple more years before they're ready to go.
I would say two, maybe 3.
Yeah,
definitely not next year.
Not next year for sure.
Once Adley Rutschman and Grayson Rodriguez actually pan out, I think they should be set. And they have more prospects on the way as well.
That Rutschman guy is scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's fun being an AL team when you go play the Orioles, and this guy who just came up 2 weeks ago it's a grand slam against you or whatever. And it's like, oh, man.
The O's have 2 top 10 prospects in the MLB overall.
The O's have a goated farm system right now. Like, their farm system is probably better than their major league team right now, and they're just like working development to try to get them to be even better.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
The Yankees picked up Frankie Montas and Lou Trevino.
Oh my gosh, come on.
Frankie Montas is kind of mid.
You think so? I don't know.
I was looking at his stats, and it's like people were like posting all about it on Twitter, because this was before the deadline, so no one was talking about the Juan Soto stuff. And it's like, when he's away from his home field, he has like a 5 ERA or something like that.
Really?
So,
well, that's a big ballpark, so that kind of makes sense, right?
So the thing is, maybe he's really good at getting like fly balls.
Yeah.
In foul territory, which produces outs when you're in the Coliseum, but it doesn't produce outs anywhere else. So let's go through the home versus away stats here.
That would make sense, because they're in Yankee Stadium now, and that's the smallest baseball field ever. So, Ooh, maybe you're onto something.
So wins and losses are roughly the same. Frankie Montas at home has a 2.36 ERA. That's pretty good.
That's good.
During all away games, he has a 5.01 ERA.
5? Dude.
That's tough.
In that case, holy cow. So I really hope he flops, but he's a solid player.
He has 12 games at home, and he has 7 games away. So it's obviously not quite the same.
Yeah.
But they're still comparable. He has 19 earned runs at home, and he has 18 earned runs away.
Wow.
And that's in way less. That's in 5 less
7,
games.
Yeah.
He doesn't walk anyone still. That's still not a thing he does. But the walks plus hits per innings pitched is 1.09 at home and 1.24 away. So,
jeez. Maybe we're onto something here.
He has I feel like there's a pretty solid likelihood of him going to Yankee Stadium and just
getting
collapsing.
Yeah,
until he goes back to Oakland. But then again, maybe the Yankees have a plan for him. Like, maybe they're gonna change his grip on a sinker to make it dip a little more, and then there won't be any foul balls, because it'll be a swing and miss pitch. I mean, we'll have to see how that one pans out. And Lou Trevino, I don't know anything about that guy either.
They're saying he's a good reliever, but he had good seasons 2018, 2020, and 2021, but this year 6.47 ERA. So
yikes.
Yeah. I don't know. Just another veteran to have. But the A's, they get Waldachuk, who's number 3 in the A's system now, 70 overall in the MLB. Luis Medina, 23-year-old pitcher, number 7 in the A's system. And Cooper Bauman, number 29 in the A's system. So they get 2 top 10 in the Yankees system, and they get another guy who could help them out. So those numbers, who do you think wins that trade? Because I think I definitely agree with you now on this one.
I think the A's win this trade.
Yeah, I like hearing at first I thought it was the Yankees because they needed like a starting pitcher.
The starting pitcher might be iffy though. There's a little bit of a question mark on Montas.
Yeah.
The Yankees are good at developing players though, so maybe it'll just become irrelevant. I'm going through the splits for that Trevino guy. He's kind of just bad. He hasn't had a good month all year. His lowest ERA month was April when he had 4 games. And he posted a 4.91 ERA. That's not still very good. So here's the big thing. In day games, his ERA is 2.25, and in night games, his ERA is 9.
How does that work?
I don't know, man. So if you just
if
the Yankees will solely use him for day games, then he'll be golden.
Yeah, use him for a matinee game in the World Series. Try that.
Yeah, good luck with that one. Kind of an irrelevant trade. Tapia goes to the Dodgers, and Clevenger goes to the Rays. Doesn't seem that important. Seems like depth moves for both teams.
Clevenger sucks, so I'm fine with him being dumped. At the Nationals game that we went to, he gave up 4 runs. So glad he's gone.
Okay. We're gonna pause the recording for a sec, because otherwise, it's all gonna fall to pieces. So I'll be right back.
All right, let's do it. Round 2.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Hader goes to the Padres.
Oh my gosh!
If one team had a good deadline, I think it was the Padres.
Come on.
I think I gotta give the San Diego Padres the best rating on.
I'm with you on there.
The deadline.
Mm-hmm.
They get Josh Hader in exchange for left-handed pitcher Taylor Rogers, right-handed pitcher Dinelson Lamet. I don't know that guy's name.
Yeah.
Left-handed pitcher Robert Gasser, outfield Esteury Ruiz. So I've heard a few of those names before. I really like this move from San Diego.
Low-key kind of a steal because Hader has been the best closer in baseball, minus I would say couple chunks of this season, he's historically been one of the best closers in baseball, and they get another guy who can shut the door on some playoff teams. If I'm the Dodgers, I don't want to face Hader in the playoffs. I don't think any National League teams want to face him for sure.
Even the AL teams that have a chance don't want to face him in the World Series. So.
Oh no, yeah. So that was definitely kind of a steal by San Diego.
Yeah. Thing is, though, the Brewers might have seen something.
Maybe, yeah.
Josh Hader just recently had that collapse where he gave up 8 runs a game for 6 games in a row or something like that. His season ERA is 4.24 so far.
So not very good.
Which for a reliever is honestly fine. If you give up a lot of runs in one inning, it makes your ERA
loaded, yeah.
Just sink, even if your lights out all the other times. But I don't know. He's been having a tough time lately, and maybe the Brewers see something. I mean, the Brewers are known for getting that pitching and having it be elite. So the fact that they would just toss a pitcher in the trash is kind of strange to me.
And it happened out of the blue too. Like no one could have saw that coming at all.
Brewers are a competitive team.
Mm-hmm.
Like
why would you get rid of your star closer for another? Like I would say right now, Taylor Rogers and Hader are having a pretty similar seasons, and their saves kind of match up together. 29 for Hader and 28 for Rogers. So I don't know. It's a little weird, you know.
Yeah. So the thing about Josh Hader is that he has about an average expected slugging, which honestly is kind of a BS stat that the stat nerds use, but and he walks more batters than average, and people get a lot of barrels off of Josh Hader this season. So maybe the Brewers are just seeing that batters can just now see the stuff coming out of his hand and just rake. I don't know. It's a real questionable move.
That's for sure. But the Brewers, it's not like they didn't get anything. They got basically a closer for a closer plus more. Ruiz is the number 9 player in the Padres system. Then Gasser is number 8 in the Padres system. So they got 2 top 10 players along with Rogers and Lamet. So a lot of people are saying Hader is the star for the Padres, but I think the Brewers, like, sneaky pickup for them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way you said it makes sense, where they're just exchanging closers, plus the Brewers are getting a ton of extra stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Josh Hader's been an elite closer. It's strange to me that they would give that up. I don't know.
I'm rooting for him to fall off since
Josh Hader, since he's on the Padres.
Yes. The Padres.
So there's certain players that I like and I want them to do well, but these players that I don't really care about, like Josh Hader or like Juan Soto, it's kind of makes for good content when they fall off, because like one team traded away all of their prospects to get this guy and he was just terrible, and that just like ended all their playoff hopes. There were a couple other trades, not super huge on this day. Scott Efros to the Yankees and Hayden Wesnecky to the Cubs. You have anything about that? Anything you want to say?
I guess Efros is a 28-year-old rookie, which is a little strange, but he has a 2.66 ERA and a 2.19 FIP, which I guess is the 10th best in baseball. And he has 4 years left of control. So he's going to be on the Yankees, assuming they don't trade him, for 4 more years. So I guess I like that move for the Yankees. It's pretty good, right? 4 years. Yeah. It's a good pickup for them.
That's a pretty good pickup. And then the other trade that happened is Adrian Zana to the Braves, and then Trey Harris to the Nats. And I don't have any thoughts on that one.
Me neither. That sounds like a random number generated trade, in my opinion.
Yeah, they just...
Yeah.
Okay, I believe this is in order of how the trades happened today. Lopez to the Twins in exchange for Yennier Cano, Cade Povich, Juan Nunez, and Juan Rojas. The double Juan trade. Baltimore's got to like that one. They're doing the prospect loading thing.
Yep.
Do they even have room in their organization? They sold
stacking them.
They sold like 3 players and they got like 20 in return.
I know, right? Like, when is enough?
This always happens to me in MLB The Show when I'm like doing franchise mode as the Angels. Like, I want to win a World Series in 2022 because I have the show 2021, so it's set. I want to win the World Series the next possible year.
22, yeah.
So I sell all of my prospects for guys, like literally all of my prospects, and then the next year, when guys retire, I literally don't have enough players in my system. Like,
no, I've seen that before.
Yeah, I have
signed the most random players.
My major league team has like 21, and then my AAA has like 20 players, and then my AA has like 16 players, and that's not enough, and it won't let me play the game. So I just have to go into the free agent menu and scroll all the way to the bottom. I scroll all the way to the bottom and just sign guys for like $60K for 1 year until the draft happens.
You have to do that every year too.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. It kind of works.
Oh, that's facts. It's a little crazy though, you know.
Yeah, that would never happen. Like there's always players that want to play baseball. So if you sell all your guys, you just get more. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of the show's a mystery to me. I'm still not good at it. I think Minnesota wins that one.
Oh, for sure.
Because it just
I think
puts them in the playoffs.
I think Lopez was the All-Star closer this year in the All-Star game. He has 1.68 ERA, 19 saves. That's a really solid get for the Twins. What's their depth chart? I think he would be the starting closer. Is that even a thing? I don't know. Starting closer
makes sense. I mean, generally you have two closers and one of them is your better one. So
yeah, they got a closer, certified closer. Now the Twins might actually win a playoff game. We'll see.
Yeah, compared to the Guardians, who didn't do shit at the deadline, this puts the Twins above them. Like definitely, they were already leading, and now they're way ahead. I think in this one,
they hurdled over them. Now, and the White Sox didn't do anything either, so it's really the Twins.
This is the Twins. If the Twins don't win the division, then they're unluckier than the Angels.
Yeah,
and that's saying impossible. Something right there. Yeah. Next trade, second trade of the day. Juan Soto and Josh Bell go to the Padres. Boy. This was a deal.
Come on.
Oh my God. The baseball group chat went off during this whole thing with all the developments that happened. So I woke up uncharacteristically early because I had to check for parking permits for my school. And then so I was texting Neil and Tyler, our two friends, for all of the listeners. We're just like chatting. We're just talking about the other deal that's going on, the Lopez deal. And then Jeff Passan drops a bomb on us. Juan Soto to the Padres. What? I was under the understanding that the Cardinals would definitely be getting him, but I was mistaken. The Josh Hader
should have been the Cardinals.
It should have been the Cardinals. Anyway, then the trade almost didn't go through. Like,
oh yeah,
that in real time was crazy because like someone tweeted that Juan Soto was definitely going to the Padres, and then like 2 minutes later they tweeted correction. Eric Hosmer actually has a no trade clause to Washington. So they actually have to ask him if it's okay first. They actually have to ask Eric Hosmer if it's okay.
Why would it like check
what?
First?
So I don't know. So people were making all these memes. It's like they were so good.
I know, yeah.
And then Bob Nightingale, first source on this one, just tweets, Padres and Eric Hosmer are no longer negotiating after Hosmer declines the deal. Mm-hmm. So everyone just kind of goes, what's going on? Is Bob lying to us? Because sometimes he does that. He doesn't really know what's going on. And then they just replaced him.
For Luke Voigt.
Yep. Who is not on this list. Interesting. My list is wrong then. That's cool. Mackenzie Gore goes to Washington. Robert Hassel III. CJ Abrams, James Wood, and Sasana. I think the Padres win this deal.
Yeah.
With this deal, they become World Series contenders.
Yep. They were the little cupcake boys before this, and now they're World Series. They joined the big clubs now.
They were barely going to be a wild card team, and now they're like...
They're up there.
Dodgers are still going to beat them during the regular season, but I don't know. Things happen in the playoffs, like... Will Smith had a no earned run. Yeah. That'd be good baseball.
The Dodgers
good baseball.
Their next series is coming against the Padres, so Juan Soto will be in LA.
Juan Soto is gonna. Oh my God, we gotta.
That'd be crazy.
Wait, I can't go to one of those.
I'm going to the very next series though against the Twins, so just missed out on that one, which would have been insane though, right? I think it might actually be in San Diego.
I want to see if I can go because. Oh, it's at Dodgers. Okay, so then at Dodgers. Can't go.
Tickets are gonna be $200 each.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't going to that. Okay.
This was literally the first trade I woke up to, though. I woke up at like 10. Trade happened for 2 hours. I see, oh yeah, it should have been Ha-Seong Kim or something. I'm like, what? And then I see Juan Soto to the Padres.
Yeah, that
I don't
was
know.
insane.
It's insane. Yeah.
Jeff Passan is the GOAT.
Yeah, for sure. He's been on it all day. And he's the Woj of the MLB world for sure.
Yeah.
And they got Josh Bell on this deal too, which
that's huge for them.
It's a little
they don't
broken.
like Eric Hosmer, so they just toss Eric Hosmer in the trash.
the
Basically, they send him to the Red Sox that
Yeah.
are tanking again, or they're selling. They're not really tanking.
And they're paying for his entire salary, which
the Red Sox are buying his next 3 years. It's unreal that they got that to happen. Mackenzie Gore goes to Washington. That's crazy. Mackenzie Gore.
He was gonna be good.
He was their ace, and he's kind of been having a hard time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So
he has a 4.50 ERA, 1.47 WHIP. So he's struggling, but he's young. He's 23 years old. So
he has plenty of adjustments he can make.
Definitely, for sure.
Oh my God, bro, his baseball savant is horrendous.
Really?
First of all, it's kind of impressive that they already have him in the Nationals hat, but like you know those sliders, the circles that turn blue or red based off if you're good or bad.
Yeah.
They're just all blue except for fastball velocity. That's
wow.
Yeah. He's in the 6th percentile for average exit velocity, which just means that people like get hard hit baseballs off of him all the time. That's crazy. Okay. Maybe the Nationals will be able to fix him. Kind of doubt that.
I don't know. If I'm going to one place where I don't want to pitch, I think it's the Washington Nationals organization, because the Dodgers gave him Josiah Gray, right? This guy sucks. Okay, I think that's kind of where pitchers go to die, but who knows? I think Mackenzie Gore could help out. Like homegrown talent pitchers, you don't see a lot of them in the National system. You could, but I don't think.
So I would argue that the Angels are a little lower.
A little bit worse, yeah.
Like the Angel, people were saying that Foolish Baseball posted a picture of DeGrom in an Angels uniform.
Oh my God.
Which obviously there's 0 chance of that happening because the Mets are competitive and the Angels aren't. But can you imagine what would happen if he went to Anaheim? Like, he's not healthy.
No.
As is.
He
goes to Anaheim.
That's a death sentence.
He'd probably walk into the trainer's office and just die right there. Like, just collapse on the floor.
He would
not
fall,
take another breath.
He would go up the stairs and just fall backwards. That would be the end of it.
So I would not want to go to Anaheim if I was a pitcher, but whatever.
Oh, quick update. Padres sent a private jet to fly Juan Soto and Josh Bell out to San Diego. So there you go.
He'll be there tomorrow, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
God damn.
Crazy, right? Life comes at you fast.
That's insane. Wow. So Juan Soto has to move out tonight. He has to have all of his stuff out of wherever he's living right now.
Yep.
Toronto acquires right-handed pitcher Anthony Bass and right-handed pitcher Zach Pop, and in exchange for Miami's Jordan Groshans, which I don't know. Miami was supposed to be a seller, and they didn't.
Should have been Pablo Lopez, Garrett Cooper. They said they would. But
yeah, they said anyone. You broke for a second, but yeah, they did say anyone except Sandy, and then they traded one person. So the Angels traded more than them.
Yeah,
and everyone thought the Angels weren't going to trade anybody. It's kind of weird.
The Marlins are in a weird position because they're in the middle of the pack, but they have assets. Their farm system isn't the best, and they're not the best. So
the Marlins are such a strange team.
Yep.
They have the GOAT players. They just have good players.
They're not very good.
So mid.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. For a lot of the season, they had a super positive run differential. Like it wasn't even close, and they were still negative, and it was kind of a mystery. But now they're just kind of their run differential looks.
Is it in the
right.
negative? I think are they over 500 or under it?
The Marlins are under right now.
Okay.
That Pythagorean win-loss stat that I reference all the time.
Yeah.
Is also negative. So earlier in the season it was positive, like a month ago, but now that their run differential is -36, it's which is weird. The Marlins were about this many games negative when their run differential was positive, and then they stopped scoring runs, but they're like the same almost. They're a strange team. Who is Clayton Beater?
I'm not gonna lie, kind of a casual when it comes to the Dodgers. Actually, I'm not casual when it comes to the Dodgers farm system. Just to this guy, I thought he was awful, but I guess he was a top 10 player in our farm system last year, and then now he's number 15 on our farm system, so he's slowly declining. I think he has like a 4.5 something ERA, and then I think he's lost every start that he's started in. So he's not the best player.
This season in Tulsa, in Double A, he is his ERA is 5.40 in 23 games. Interesting. So he's kind of bad right now.
Kind of bad, yeah. And he's pretty young too. So.
But Joey Gallo is also kind of bad. So.
Yeah. Well, he had one bad season, you know. Like this is.
I don't know.
All he does is hit homers, and I think if you want to hit homers somewhere besides Yankee Stadium, I think it's Dodger Stadium for sure.
See, I don't know. These 3 true outcome players scare me a little bit. And 3 true outcome, I mean, you know, the home run or strikeout guys. Even Ohtani is one of those guys. It's little scary because we see that's on the decline right now. 3 true outcome baseball is like down for the first time ever. People are bunting more, and people are hitting more singles than ever. And so you wonder if there's a place for guys who just hit home runs too. They already have Joey Gallo in the Dodgers hat.
Wow.
These guys work quick. Joey Gallo's stats are kind of weird.
His batting average is so trash.
His
dude, what?
His sliders on a Baseball Reference are either all the way up or all the way down. Like his average exit velo is 38, but his max exit velo is 89, and his hard hit percentage is 90, and this is all in percentile as well. And his expected weighted on base average, which is kind of a BS stat, is 29. His expected batting average is 1. His expected slugging is 36, but his barrel percent is 98. So this guy never makes contact, but when he does it, it's just like an absolute moonshot.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think this is a good get for the blue, even though a lot of people are like, especially Yankees fans, they don't like Joey Gallo. Understandable. You know, he's not having a good season. I think he had as many home runs as a Yankee this season, so like 82 games, as he did last year, and like 30 less games. So definitely not a good season for sure. But the Dodgers need another power bat. Max Muncy sucks right now.
Joey Gallo
he plays
first base.
Yeah, might as well, right? Cody Bellinger sucks too right now. He's not hitting it, but he's only in there for defense. I like this because Joey Gallo can play defense too, and he's multiple-time All-Star. So, low risk, high reward pickup for the Dodgers for sure. So
yeah, and worst comes to worst, he's just a bench guy, a platoon player. He's a rental.
1-year deal, yeah. So doesn't work out, he's gonna probably sign somewhere, or he's gonna play in Korea with his buddy Yasiel Puig.
Maybe.
He sucks. Yeah.
So next deal is Boston. acquires Eric Hosmer, Max Ferguson, and Corey Rozier for Jay Groom. That deal, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it. No one really wins that deal. The Padres just want Eric Hosmer gone. Yep. The Red Sox don't really care whether or not they have him, so they'll just take him. Do you have any other deeper thoughts on that one? Like,
I want to see their depth chart, because I'm pretty sure, because like, I guess is Hosmer an all-star? Pretty close to it, right?
I think Hosmer was an all-star one year.
Yeah, for Kansas
but that was
City,
in
right?
2014. That was when the Royals fans like literally recruited everybody they possibly could have, and we had like 10 all-stars that one year. That was a fun year. I voted every single day for all the Royals players on that one. those were good times.
Oh my gosh. I think it's good for them since they don't have to pay, what is he, like, $37 million next year, which is a lot of money. But I think next year is their year to like make the playoffs. Probably they just need pitching. That's all the Red Sox really need. So good get, I guess. But yeah, that's all I got.
The next deal is this deal makes me intensely angry. I hold nothing but hatred for Perry for this one. My guy, who I met like 3 days ago, had a nice little chat, is gone. He was the Angels' number one overall prospect last year. Now he's gone. I don't really like. I know that we traded him for the number 3 catching prospect overall in MLB. But what the fuck, man? What are we doing? Like, this is the kind of guy who, if you have a good player development staff, will be good.
There.
He even has the defense. Like, his defense is elite. It's like
it's really good. Yeah,
top 5 maybe in baseball for defensive outfielders. So, the fact that we got rid of him is intensely confusing to me because we have 5 years of control left on him. So
he's gonna be good in Philly for sure.
We're doing the half-ass rebuild. The Angels are doing the half-ass rebuild, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
he would be starting left field, I think. No, center field. Starting center field.
Either way, this man collects outs above average, like they're batting average points. Like,
yeah.
In left field, he has 8 outs above average. In center field this season, he has 1 out above average. So this year, he has 9 outs above average, which is insane. Way better than anyone else. Well, actually, not anyone else.
On the Angels.
Yeah. He's just an elite defensive outfielder, and his bat isn't. It's not even terrible. Mid. It's just. Yeah. It's a solid. It's a
He's a good player.
Pretty okay bat. So, not really sure what we're doing.
But you get a catching prospect, and you guys need top prospects for sure.
We definitely need top prospects, but Brandon Marsh is one of those, and we have Max Stassi, and I know Max Stassi's not like a great catcher, but he's like, he does his job behind the dish. Like, he gets hits from time to time. That's all you can ask from a catcher. Like, there's like two catchers that hit in all of baseball, and Max Stassi's also an elite defensive catcher as well. Yeah. So I know that you need that second catcher, but I think you look to the free agent market for that during the offseason. I don't know. I'm kind of.
I mean, you can get guys like Max Stassi in free agency like any day of the week. Like, you already have Logan O'Happ, and he is already your number 1 prospect in the Angels system. So that's saying something. You guys need prospects. You got them. And
so I know that that's the case.
Yeah.
But I don't know if catching is
That's true.
That's one of the few positions that we don't have a massive hole. Like, our infield is a massive hole right now. Our outfields, we have 2 good. Sorry. We have one good outfielder now. We had two good outfielders, and it was just whoever we felt like putting out there whenever someone gets injured. So Brandon Marsh is gone. Ward is below average defensively, and he's, I don't know. I don't have faith in him offensively either. So
Yep.
I don't know. I'd look. Catchers are easy to nab, and they're not super. As long as you get one that's good defensively, they're not like a make or break thing. But those outfielder spots, the Angels, I don't know. The Angels' motives question me. Like the fact that we're able to develop a player successfully into a good major league player and we just get rid of him. Like we've done that to like 3 players ever. We've had like 3 players that have come through the Angels farm system and then been good afterward. I don't know. It's a mystery to me.
Kind of crazy.
Philadelphia gets David Robertson. And Chicago gets Ben Brown. Thoughts? Opinions?
David Robinson, he's been lights out this season. So that's exactly what you want if you're the Phillies. You get a closer now. I don't think he would be – well, he would be a bullpen arm, I think.
Yeah.
Or closer maybe. But he's been lights out. Should help them for the playoffs. And who was the other prospect?
The other guy in that trade?
Yeah.
Chicago Cubs right-handed pitcher Ben Brown.
Ben Brown. Okay. All right. He's already the 11th ranked prospect in the Cubs system. So I think Cubs are doing what they should have done with clean house, but they didn't clean house entirely. They still have Ian Happ and Wilson Contreras.
That's another very confounding thing. Like you'd think the Cubs would either go all in or
like why would you
think they try to get rid of Stroman? I don't know.
You should have gotten rid of. What was his deal that he signed? Yeah.
I don't know. He has like a 7 ERA or something ridiculous like that. That's the kind of player that they could sell to the Angels for like no Syndergaard. Like no Syndergaard for Marcus Stroman. And that's like.
So he has 3 years, 2 years left on his contract. So you can trade Stroman if he has a good season next year. But why would you not like get rid of everyone? Because Ian Happ and Wilson Contreras, the hugging buddies, they had like a 3-minute hug, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be like gone," and they're back.
They're still there
in Chicago. Yeah,
I'm convinced the Cubs GM did that just to embarrass them.
Probably.
Just prank them.
Yeah.
Marcus Stroman's ERA right now is 4, so he's
4.
Mid. He's mid.
And his contract is like $30 million a year.
Yeah,
25.
The Cubs are an enigma.
Yeah.
Another deal that went down, Tyler Mahle to the Twins for a bunch of prospect guys. That's huge for the Twins. They're running away with the division. We already said that.
Yep.
And the Reds get more prospects. I think this is a win for both teams here. The Twins make their playoff run. They have the pitchers to win a playoff game. And then the Reds are looking to rebuild, so they're gonna get that. Mets get Darren Roof. And the Giants get JD Davis, Thomas. We're gonna skip that guy. Nick Zwack and Carson Seymour. How do you say that guy's name? Do you know?
Nope, no clue. I'm glad Ruff is gone though, from San Fran, because this guy always was a thorn in our side for the past couple years. So I'm glad San Fran is finally looking in the mirror and saying, "Yeah, our team sucks. Let's get a head start on this rebuild." And we got a couple of prospects.
They're also doing the half thing. You know,
like the Cubs and the Angels.
Rodon is still there,
right?
And Rodon
I think because they just traded for him.
Rodon has an opt-out. Like he's out this offseason. He's gone.
Really?
Uh-huh. He has an
opt-out. He signed a 1-year deal?
No, it's a 6-year deal, but if he pitches so many innings, he gets an opt-out after the first year, and he's already passed the innings.
No way. Hold on. Let me see.
If I'm not mistaken.
Carlos Rodon opt-out. Rodon has an opt-out. Peterson is free. after this year. Decline his 2023 player option on his contract. What? Are you serious?
So this is a big "what are you doing" moment for the Giants.
Jeez.
Like, they're up there with the Angels, in my opinion. Like,
that's like holding on to Trevor's Story, right?
Yeah.
All those what?
This is a big mystery to me.
Jeez.
With the trade of Roof, they made their team worse. They're not even in contention for a wild card spot right now. Their team is worse now, and they have two huge, really good players that are just gonna walk at the end of the season. Like, now they're just gonna walk, and there's nothing the Giants can do about it besides offer them even more money, and that's stupid.
Low key broken.
Carlos Rodon went fishing today.
Huh?
Carlos Rodon went fishing today. Like, his wife was texting him, and he's like not even concerned about the deadline. Like, he sent his wife a picture of his fish and just said, "I'm the greatest fisherman ever." It's like DeGrom is back.
I picked him up.
What are the Giants doing? Like, I don't know. I hate seeing teams just be stupid, because I know I know what that feels like if you're the fan base. What?
Yeah.
I have no idea. At least, I don't know. At least teams rebuild when they're like rebuilding. That makes sense to me, the rebuilding thing. The let two goated players walk at the end of the season does not make sense to me.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Here's a little conspiracy. Former Dodgers GM, now current Giants GM, Farhan Zaidi. He's the GM for the Giants now, so I think he's doing us a favor, because Jock Peterson is
no way
resign with the Dodgers.
Not a chance.
And Rodon, we'll see, maybe. We'll always welcome another starting pitcher. And Rodon would look nice in blue for sure. So I don't know, man. Could happen.
That's some big mystery. Some random writer gave the Yankees an A for their Montes trade.
An A?
For the Montes trade specifically.
That's the New York press for you.
Yeah, they like their Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Any other interesting trades? Whit Merrifield goes to the Jays.
Dude, he was awful. He's having an awful season.
It's just unlucky.
Yeah.
He'll pick things up again at some point. Like,
he should, for sure.
Maybe the change of scenery. Is he one of those players that didn't get vaccinated? Hold on.
Oh.
Royals vaccine. What's the?
He's unvaccinated.
How's he gonna get there? Is he gonna play all Blue Jays away games?
That'd be actually funny. He never goes in the clubhouse for Toronto, so he plays all the away games, and then all the home games he just has a side hustle. That'd be kind of funny.
First player to ever play for two teams in the same season. Like, he plays on the Royals when the Blue Jays have home games. Raisel Iglesias goes to Atlanta.
Yeah, Angels are done. Yeah, babe. Next offseason, when is Ohtani free?
So he has, he's going to be with us next season, but it's an arbitration year, so we're going to have to pay him record-breaking amounts. Like, he's going to set the record for arbitration probably, because he's literally the greatest of all time. So, yeah, I'm actually mad that he's not gone. I don't know. When I saw the trades start to come through for the Angels, I was hoping we'd do that full sell thing that other teams seem to do. That seems to work really well all the time, The teams like the Astros did. Ohtani could have been sold, and then a bunch of the staff, the pitching staff. I know that Tepera and Loop have had kind of wacky years, but Loop has been good every single year. He hasn't been in Anaheim, so I think he still has that value there.
Just unlucky.
And I think the Angels are actually just the unluckiest team ever. I think Loop is still good, and I think Tepera is still good, and I think we could get really nice prospects back for those guys. And whoever else is in our rotation right now that I'm blanking on. I don't know. We could trade Detmers, but that's the same beef that I have with Brandon Marsh.
You can't trade him.
He's the same as Brandon Marsh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you need to keep pitching for that team, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Joe Adele might even have some trade value. I don't know. Joe
That's
Adele was
true
supposed to
also.
be a top prospect in MLB, and then he came up and he was just terrible because the Angels are just awful. Harrison Bader goes to the Yanks.
The Master Bader.
In exchange for Jordan Montgomery. He goes to the Cards. Thoughts, opinions?
Okay, this is another good. Cardinals had a good deadline. They get Quintana and they get Montgomery. I think Montgomery's a solid starter, and I think Harrison Bader. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's having a pretty bad season.
I think he's been mid this season. I don't think he's lived up to expectation.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure.
256 batting average, so pretty okay.
673 OPS, so he's been below average.
Yeah,
which is kind of tough. I like that deal. I think the Yankees have the potential to fix him. That's a Yankees thing. People come to the Bronx and they either get worse or they get way better. Like Joey Gallo just falls off the face of the earth. But players like Jose Trevino go there and they're just like suddenly they're the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else? No, Syndergaard goes to the Phillies.
It's only for 1 year, so they needed pitching.
Yeah, he's a rental. I'm fine with that. Yeah. That's a good trade.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Lamb goes to Seattle for cash considerations.
I actually have a problem with this because I think this is basically Joey Gallo for Jake Lamb.
It kind of is.
I am not okay with us giving up Jake Lamb. He's been really good this year. And now we have Joey Gallo, who's a strikeout machine. So I'm really hoping I'm wrong about this one, but I think Joey Gallo might flop. So
I mean, there's always that chance.
Yeah. Maybe Friedman sprinkles a little pixie dust on him, becomes the next Babe Ruth in a Dodger blue uniform. Yeah. We'll see though.
He's gonna start pitching.
Yeah. Does the next Ohtani? But
it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. I mean, Jake Lamb was a rental, so it's whatever.
Honestly, that's fine. A rental for a rental. That's not it doesn't have dire consequences.
Exactly, yeah. It's whatever.
That's all of them, right?
Drury. Yeah. I think that's about it. Oh, Drury, yeah. Dude, Padres are all in.
Yeah, Drury.
We didn't talk about that.
That's a big trade.
Big trade for
huge trade for San Diego.
Padres. Yeah.
I think a lot of these moves for San Diego in isolation are terrible. I don't think it's worth it to go get Juan Soto if you're the Padres, but I think it's worth it to go get Juan Soto if you also get Drury and all these other guys that they got.
Yeah. They got 3, I think, all-star level players basically in the span of 24 hours, which is kind of crazy.
Insane. Unreal.
Uh-huh. MLB the show in real life.
Top 3 deadlines.
Top 3 trade deadlines. Not in order. Juan Soto, San Diego, that's number 1. I think you also have to say I think number 2 would probably be Luis Castillo to Seattle. And then number 3, just kidding, number 1, Joey Gallo to LA.
Really? That's up there?
No, it's not. I think I don't know. I think the Yankees had a good deadline too.
The Yankees did have a good deadline.
Yeah.
So my top 3 teams would be probably Houston, Padres, Cards.
That's solid, yeah. I would say around the same.
And Atlanta had some really nice moves as well.
Atlanta had some underrated moves for sure.
But just enough to keep them out of the top 3, I think. The Montas deal is a little
sauce
for me. It's enough to keep the Yankees out of my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Very cool.
Very fun.
Do you want to do the rankings? Are we doing rankings?
Yeah, I have the rankings up. It'll be quick.
Why is that so loud?
Dude, eardrum shattered.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I know you guys all want to hear this. What you've been waiting for. Hitters of the week, American League, Aaron Judge, 8 hits, 3 multi-hit games, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, 8 strikeouts, and 6 walks. In the National League, Jurickson Profar, 8 hits, 4 multi-hit games. He had 2 hits in each game, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, 3 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Pitchers of the week, Jose Barrios for the Jays, 12.2 innings pitched, 10 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts. Went 7 against the Tigers, 1 earned run. He had a good week. In the National League, Merrill Kelly of the D-backs, 15 innings pitched, 6 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, 15 strikeouts. He went 8 scoreless innings against the Giants and 7 scoreless innings against Atlanta, and they lost 1-0. So that's the rankings done in 1 minute.
Very cool. Future episodes should be out on Mondays again. We just did this one on Tuesday because of the deadline. I may or may not be there for the next episode. I will be in Utah.
Ooh.
Making my way to Kansas. Utah will be my first stop. If I can get internet there, I will absolutely be in on the episode because I like doing this. And then I might not have the info that I need because I'll be like in a car for 3 days almost, but whatever. Yeah. And then the next episode after that, we might not have an episode depending on when everyone's moving in. I think we will though, and I won't.
That'll be a little awkward.
I think we'll have an Andrew Neil episode. So maybe 2 of those in a row. We'll see what happens. That's
Yep.
That's what's going on, and that's the outlook. I might go take a nap right now. Actually, it's 6 p.m., so it's a little too late to take a nap, but I'm going to bed early. Goodbye, everybody still listening after an hour and 17 minutes of
ramblings.
Yep. Yeah, are just rambling about what we think of.
It's gonna happen.
These guys get paid millions of dollars to do it, and we're just like, actually, that's a terrible idea. Okay, anyway, goodbye, everyone.